All right, AI government contractors. As you get into the live, just smash the like button. We're going to be starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And by the way, if you can hear my voice clearly, can you just throw a 1 in the chat and let me know that you can hear me clearly? Again, we're going to be starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time sharp. To everybody who is here early, welcome. Smash the like button. Help us get to 5,000 subscribers. Come on, guys, let's do it. Let's go. All right, I see more people coming into the live. As you come in, just make yourself comfortable. We are going to start 7:30 Eastern Standard Time sharp. Our topic today is government contracting secrets. And we're going to be talking about some of the things that they do not want you to notice, some of the things that they do not want you to see. And we're going to be diving deep into how we could use AI tools to completely get rid of the pain of the administrative burden that's typical in the process. By the way, as you come into the live, help me out by smashing the like button. Help me out by subscribing to the channel. Let's get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. I think it's a small ask. Right now we're on like 4,800. Let's get this channel to 5,000 subscribers. All right, guys, we're starting again at 7:30 sharp. Help me get the message out there. Many people are now winning government contracts using artificial intelligence tools. And one of the ways you can help me is by smashing the like button. It's by subscribing to the channel. It's by sending a link to a friend of yours. Send them a link. Invite them to the live. Maybe they could learn something. Guys, again, we're starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard sharp. We're going to get into this. But to everyone who's here early, welcome to the live. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I can't wait to get this one started. Today is going to be government contracting secrets, what they don't want you to notice. And we're going to break down the live contract tonight. This is another Tuesday live. All right, guys, we have about 2 minutes on the clock. We have 9 people in the house. As you step into the live, please smash the like button. Let's get the message out there to as many more people as possible. Smash the like button. And also, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. We are almost at 5,000 subscribers, and I want you to be the one to make it happen. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, and if you feel moved Invite a friend to the live. Maybe they could learn something as well. But we are starting in about 1 minute. Today's topic is simple. We're going to be talking about government contracting secrets, what they don't want you to notice. And of course, we're going to be going through a live breakdown. Welcome to another Tuesday Live, guys. All right. So by my time, it's 7:29 p.m. Today's topic is simple. Government contracting secrets, what they don't want you to notice. We're going to have a live breakdown, and I'm going to show you how ChatGPT can completely change the way you bid on government contracts. But first, is it possible for me to know who is in the house? I mean, can you just, you don't have to introduce yourself, you don't have to say your name. Can you just throw an AI in the chat? if this if you're in the house, if you're attentive, just throw an AI in the chat. I just want to know who is in here before we completely dive into talking about government contract, proposal writing. Who is in the house? Can you just throw an AI in the chat? Okay, I see you, Sherry. Sherry is the queen of Sheba. Sherry Robinson, welcome, welcome. Ernie, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I'm seeing some familiar people. Are there any new people in the house? If this is the first time, oh, Shanti, I see you there. Shanti, member of the inner circle. I'm seeing inner circle members also attending the lives. I see these people on Wednesdays and they also attend the lives. Always curious, always learning. I absolutely love that. I see Kenti. I hope I pronounced that right. Kente Reed. Welcome, welcome. Pedro Rodriguez. Happy to have you here, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I see Tanya in the house. Tanya, welcome to the live. Today we're going to be talking about government contracting. Oh, I see Coach Olu. Welcome. Welcome to the house. Welcome. Wow, this name is powerful. This one is Poverty Caesar. Man, if you could give me an explanation for that, I would deeply appreciate it. Poverty Caesar. But welcome to the house. Welcome, guys. Smash the like button as you come into the live. Let's get the message out there because people are winning government contracts using artificial intelligence tools. There was once a time where if you mentioned this, people would have thought that you were crazy. No, it's not going to be possible for you to do that. How on earth are you going to have the ability to win a contract using Chat GPT? But today it's happening more often than usual. I see another person in the house. I see you, Pretty B 78. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everybody who is here, to the people who came early, to the people who are just arriving. Welcome to this Tuesday live. I'm going to get straight into the business. Our topic of the day: government contract secrets, what they don't want you to notice. And we're going to have a live breakdown. But for anyone who is new, my name is Godwin. I am the founder of the AI GovCon, and our mission is to win government contracts using artificial intelligence tools to evade the pain in the paperwork. The goal, our mission, is for us to win government contracts consistently without burning out. If this is something that's interesting to you, I suggest that you join our community if you're not already a part of it. But why would you even want to join our community? Well, the answer is very simple. It's because we are a community of winners. Our community members have picked up over $15 million in federal government contracts. And we have a couple of members who have picked up state contracts as well. Common denominator between these people is AI. They used artificial intelligence tools to navigate the problems that appear in the process. By the way, if anyone is telling you that while bidding on government contracts, you're not going to face certain challenges, then you have been lied to. I remember one of the members of our inner circle, she had completed a contract. And, during the execution of the contract, her subcontractor was asked to do more work than what was initially stated in the contract. That additional work incurred a cost of over $3,000. In order for us to request reimbursement for that $3,000, we needed to fill something called a change order requesting reimbursement for the additional work. No matter how complicated that may sound to you, all a change order is a document stating what you did, the additional work, and why you need to be reimbursed. The reason I'm even telling you this story is because most game, if every time you needed to solve a problem, you spent 2 to 3 days to write a letter, then you'll be out of the game very quickly. But just for some honorable mentions, we have Christelle, who has won multiple contracts using artificial intelligence tools to put the paperwork together. We have Uchenna, whose story is very inspiring. I can't wait to have an interview with him. Uchenna watched a few of the 3-day challenge videos, implemented the system, and won two federal contracts and one state contract, all within a week. And Damon won his first contract in HVAC. These are just a few of the examples of the people who have implemented artificial intelligence systems and tools to win government contracts. But here's one of the brutal reality that we had to face. A lot of small business owners, and I'm not speaking on theory. These are people that I've spoken to personally. A lot of small business owners are drowning in the manual process of number one, finding the contract, whether that is they are sifting through SAM.gov tirelessly, hoping to find that right contract, or deciphering the legal jargon. Let's even assume that you were able to find this perfect contract. Now it's time for you to decipher exactly what the contract is saying. How do I know what to submit? How do I know to acknowledge an amendment? What are the certifications that are required for me to submit and win this contract? And lastly, finding a subcontractor. This problem that we have seen many small businesses face is exactly what pushes them away from bidding on government contracts in total. The first one is definitely finding the contract. Most people struggle with spending weeks manually searching for contracts on SAM.gov, and they miss 90% of the relevant opportunities because they do not know how to use keywords or keyword strategies. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this. How do you actually search for your contracts? How do you find the right contract? Now, can you just throw a one in the chat if you've ever felt like finding the contract on SAM.gov is a bit difficult? Searching for the contract, just throw a one in the chat and throw a two in the chat if you feel like, oh, it's always been simple. I've never had a problem with it. Throw a two in the chat if you've never had a problem with searching on SAM.gov. Throw a one in the chat if you feel like SAM.gov can sometimes be a bit difficult to search through. I see you, Sherry, with that one. Okay, I see you, Tanya, as well. So I know I'm talking to a few people. These problems, I didn't just invent them. These are problems that businesses are actually facing. Oh, Coach Olu, you've never really had a problem searching on SAM.gov. You're good with it. I hear you. I hear you. Okay. I actually have someone in my inner circle who says the same thing. Like, look, to me, SAM.gov is completely fine. I find that there is a minority of people who say that, but I'm seeing here another one in the chat. You find it a little bit difficult to find a contract on SAM.gov. There are a few reasons for that. I don't want to go too deep into SAM.gov in itself. I see another one in the chat as well. From Mr. Runnels, I see you. Now, that's one of the problems, finding the contract. But let's say you found the contract. What about breaking it down? Now, the challenge is decoding some of these solicitations. Some solicitations are 5 pages long. It will be easy for you to go through the five. Others are about 30 pages long. Some of them go up to 200 plus pages. And it's usually filled with legal jargon, technical jargon, federal acquisition regulations, and all sorts of citations. I remember watching a video a long time ago on Kizzy Parks, and a lady actually won a government contract. And, it's always amazing when someone wins. But there was something about her story that I found to be very interesting. She said that took her about 4 days to just read the solicitation and understand it. And it took another 3 days for her to get the proposal written. And she won the contract, which is something I'm always happy about. But with artificial intelligence tools, what I am noticing is that people are understanding the contract in the first day, looking for subcontractors the next day, and completing a proposal by day five. So what she would have spent 2 weeks doing, now we're spending 5 days doing the same thing. Because breaking down a government solicitation for an artificial intelligence tool is not as challenging as it is for a person. Even I remember, I'll tell you this. I had an attorney in one of my proposal writing classes. She was brilliant, over 20 years of experience as an attorney, and I decided to ask her. I said, "Hey, like, why are you in this proposal writing class? I mean, you have the ability to digest volumes of information, and you also have the ability to write that voluminous information in simple language. What brings you to a proposal writing class that teaches you how to use AI?" And she said very simply that she does this because she feels like the way she is currently writing proposals manually, okay, would not be sustainable in the long term. And I agreed with her. You might be able to get two, three, four, five maybe of these proposals out. Let's say you're an attorney or you have experience dealing with massive volumes of information. But how long are you going to have the ability to do that? One of the advantages that you have with artificial intelligence is that it doesn't get tired. Anyway, let me not spend too much time on that. The last problem is finding subcontractors. If you are intimidated by finding subcontractors, or maybe not intimidated, but you worry that that will be the hardest part of the business for you, can you throw a one in the chat? Let me see who thinks about subcontractors, but thinks that it will be challenging to find the right subcontractor. Can I see a one in the chat? And if you are a networking genius, you know how to find subcontractors, you're great at prospecting. Let me see a two in the chat. I would like to see who is with me. Who are the people who can really find those subcontractors? And who are the people who think, okay, you know what, there could be a bit of a challenge here. So throw a one in the chat if you see the challenge. Throw a two in the chat if you are like, okay, I can get through this. I can get through this. I can call them. I know how to do this. I can get an agreement. I'm seeing a couple of twos. I'm seeing a couple of twos. Daryl, I see a two in the chat there. Mr. Runnels, I see you. Two in the chat. Shamika. Okay, Shamika is saying a little bit of a challenge. A little bit of a challenge. Okay. And Sherry is saying, well, I'm in your school community, so I just have to put number two because I can definitely do this. For content. I've seen your work. I appreciate that, Sherry. Now, let's see. I don't want to spend too much time talking about problems. I've talked about problems a lot right now. You know, let's talk about some of the actions that we took, right? We decided that in order for us to submit contracts consistently without getting burnt out, we needed to leverage ChatGPT's power to solve these three big bottlenecks. So we discovered that With the right prompts, we could generate perfect keywords for SAM.gov searches. If you understand your industry and the search terms within your industry, you have the ability to generate keywords to search on SAM.gov to ensure that you are able to find all the contracts within your industry. I hope that comes in clear. If you're looking at the industry of waste management, under waste management, there's recyclable waste, there is bio waste, there is biological waste. So if you're able to create keywords that can capture some of these adjacent industries, it will be really smart of you to do it. And I hope that comes in clear. The other thing is breaking down solicitations. You're going to need to break down a couple of solicitations. Okay. Look, I don't want you to think that that first contract that you look at is the contract that you're going to win. You need to get into the habit of constantly breaking down solicitations. This is what's going to help you the most because not all contracts are going to end up as a win. I was talking to somebody who went through a debrief and found out that the reason he didn't get a contract was because of a $197 difference between himself and the competitor and the other bidder. $197. That could have been the best proposal in the world. So don't get too caught up in the one proposal that you submitted. Get into the habit of submitting proposals consistently. We also discovered that we can find subcontractors with ChatGPT search feature. So there's a feature on ChatGPT. I'm going to show it to you just in case you haven't seen it. It's called the search feature. And with this search feature, what you can do is, let's say you're looking at a contract in Houston. You can say, okay, I want to find porta potty companies within a 60-mile radius of this particular blah, blah, blah. Right. So you can tell ChatGPT, these are the exact criteria I want you to look for companies around this area with the search feature. I'm going to show you how that's done today. Number one, like I said, we use ChatGPT to generate industry keywords. So we implemented ChatGPT prompts that generated comprehensive keyword lists for SAM.gov searches. And by doing this, we uncovered contracts that most people would never find through their manual keyword brainstorming. If you join our inner circle, you're going to find a very comprehensive system that allows you to break down, or rather to create keywords to search on SAM.gov. Coach Olu, you said mine was 500. Your what was 500? So we use ChatGPT to generate industry keywords. The second thing that we do is that we use ChatGPT to understand the details of the contract. Stop trying to print out these contracts and paste them on your wall. Trust me, I'm not just making that up. I have talked to people who they turn their webcam and they show me their wall, and you have about 30 pieces of paper on the wall with a bunch of highlighted lines. This method is not going to be the most efficient. It's going to drain you of your energy, and you're not going to have enough energy for the next contract. I promise you. I've seen people do this in the past. Use the easier system to understand these contracts. I'm not saying that when you use ChatGPT, you should not open the document or the attachments. Open the attachments, confirm, go back and forth. But you need to use the AI tools to extract the important information because I can bet you out of that 200 pages, okay, and listen to this carefully, out of that 200 pages, you don't need to read everything word for word. You really don't need to read everything word for word. I promise you, some of those pages are just full of references. They're just full of laws that needed to be referenced. Okay, they're full of federal acquisition regulations. You don't need to read that. Oh, oh, so this is interesting, Coach Olu. He says, I mean, after a debrief, the CEO told me I was $500 over the winner. So I'm glad Coach Olu can come in and kind of testify on this front that you can have the best proposal in the world, the best, the absolute best. You can decorate and embellish your proposal with gold. But if the price is not what the government is looking for, if you're not technically acceptable, you are not going to win the contract. This is why my emphasis is on getting into the habit of consistently finding contracts that suit your industry and your expertise or your network, consistently breaking down those contracts using artificial intelligence tools, consistently writing proposals so you can be in the flow of the process. Coach Olu has said it, $500 over the winner. And I'm sure it was a great proposal. Thank you for that contribution. Now, the last thing is that we use ChatGPT search feature to find prospective subcontractors. Okay. We discovered that ChatGPT can analyze subcontractor requirements from the solicitation and would go as far as generating targeted search criteria to find qualified partners faster than traditional methods. And I remember when I started this YouTube channel, I always talked about Google Boolean strings. And I'm not going to go back on my Boolean strings and say that the Boolean strings are not good. They are actually very good. But when it comes to these search features that are being created on these LLMs, not just ChatGPT, I am seeing that there is a speed that we get when using the search features that we don't really get with Boolean strings. But again, ChatGPT or Google, you can use any one of them as far as you're able to achieve the goal. And that the goal is finding a subcontractor that is willing to do the work with you. Okay. So let's see. We have a few more things before I work through. Okay. These are some of the results that we started seeing. After we introduced this to our community members, these systems, we found that clients were able to go from submitting 1 to 2 contracts per quarter to submitting or pursuing 15 to 20 opportunities monthly with full team assembled and clear project understanding for each bid. And by some of our clients don't even have teams. We were talking, we're having and Latanya said, I've submitted over 100 proposals right now. And we were like, what? 100 proposals? She's like, yeah. Well, if you're submitting 20 a month, I mean, you're going to be at 100 in about 6. In about 5 to 6 months, you're going to be at 100. And Latanya has a couple of 5-year contracts under her belt. So if you were to submit, let's say, 100 proposals, and you have, I don't want to talk about her numbers. I'll let her do that. But imagine you had about 3 5-year contracts under your belt, and maybe you had to submit about 60 to 100 proposals. Would that be worth it to you? Just let me know in the chat. Throw a one in the chat, or throw a one in the chat if that will be worth it. Throw a two in the chat. I don't think it will be worth it. Now, some people have submitted less and one more. So I'm using this as a yardstick. If you could submit 60 to 100 bids to win 3 5-year contracts, would you do it? One is a yes, two is a no. Konya says yes, says one. Okay, you do it. Okay, 60 to 100 for you to get about 3 5-year contracts. Okay. Okay, Sherry, I see you as well. I see you as well. There's a one in the chat there. We also found that complete beginners were winning their first contracts within 40 to 45 days. Experienced contractors were scaling from struggling to find opportunities to winning multiple 6-figure deals. And people with zero experience completing projects without ever visiting the job site. What we also found was that Subsequently, participants evolved from spending days vetting individual subcontractors to assembling complete qualified teams within 48 hours or more. This is all using ChatGPT and other search features, agent features that allow you to create your own custom GPT. These are some of the results that we've been able to get within our community using these systems. So what did we find out? What we realized is this, that success in government contracting isn't really about doing so much more. It's about doing it sustainably. I remember I talked to somebody who said, "Oh God, when I submitted 15 proposals this month, or sorry, 2 months ago." Okay, 15 proposals. Did you submit anything last month? No. What about this month? Oh, nothing. All the energy was used to submit that 15 in 1 month. There was no plan for the next month and the month after and the month after. We're playing the long game here. Now we know that the key to long-term success is mastering the rhythm. So you want to discover, you want to analyze, and you want to execute. When you find the contract that's interesting to you want to analyze it. And during your analysis stage, you're going to get a price. And after getting that pricing, you're going to execute on writing the proposal and submitting. And you need to get into the rhythm of discovering, analyzing, and executing on whatever contract that you find. And with the right systems and AI tools, you can scale your efforts without burning out. Okay, guys, I think I've done a lot of talking. Now, let me actually walk you through a live breakdown of a contract using some of the tools that we have gathered at the AI.gov call. If you're ready for a walkthrough, can you just throw an AI in the chat? Let me see you throw an AI in the chat if you're ready to see me go through a quick walkthrough of breaking down the contract and finding prospects for that contract. Let me see AI in the chat. We have like 17 people in the house still. Let me see an AI in the chat to know that we are still here. Okay. Tanya, I see AI, AI, AI. Sherry, AI, AI. Okay. Guys, we're about to get into a walkthrough right now. And to preface this, right before we go into it, oh, I see Damien, AI. Okay. Barry, AI. Great. I'm about to go into this walkthrough. But again, I'm going to preface it by saying this. The first part of the walkthrough is going to be around search. The first part of the walkthrough is going to be around search. When it comes down to searching for a contract, there are a few things that you want to consider. Are you to get a third party software that is going to create ease during your search? Or are you going to use the free platform that has been provided to you? This is a choice. I am not going to tell you that this is the best. This is no, no, no. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to show you both sides. On one end, you have the ability to search for contract on SAM.gov, but you are going to have to use some strategies so you can find more contracts than the average person. Or you can pay a monthly fee to a third party software. There's so many of them out there. Maybe you have received emails. I have personally partnered with one that I believe gives the best value. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into ChatGPT. When I go into ChatGPT, I want to generate keywords for the industry of transportation. So it's a simple prompt. This is so simple. All you're going to say is generate 7. It could be any number you want. Industry search terms. generate 7 industry search terms for the industry of transportation. Now, I'm also going to do something here where I would share my entire screen. All right, here's what we have done. We've generated 7 industry search terms for the industry of transportation. Some of those search terms are freight services, logistics management, cargo transport operations, shipping solutions, trucking. These search terms are going to be used to search on SAM.gov for free. So this is what that looks like. If I go onto SAM.gov like this, you don't need to log in order for you to search on the contracts. I'm going to copy freight services and paste it. And check this out. I get 33,000 results, 33,000 plus. But one thing you're going to notice is that, for example, we have elevator inspection and maintenance, right? That has nothing to do with freight services. This is a challenge that you're going to come across on SAM.gov. It's now going to be your responsibility to sift through the contracts that are in front of you to find the contract that's within your industry. Again, this is the free method that you could use. The second method that you could use is through a platform called SAM Search. Guys, SAM Search is AI powered search. Let me tell you 3 things I like about SAM Search. Number one, the user interface is amazing. Okay, it gives you all the information at a glance. I'll show you what I mean. Let's say I use the same keyword, freight services, on SAM Search. Here we have, like I said, user interface is amazing. All the information that we have is at a glance. Number one, we have the day it was posted. We can see that it was 7 days ago. We have the day that it's due. We can see it's in the next 24 days. We have a smart summary on this particular contract. And we have all the information right there for us to see. No second guess decision very quickly. I even see something that stands out. It says value not exceeding 250,000 just from a glance. Okay. The second thing I really love about SAM search is the filters. Guys, it's very important that if I type in waste management, I can see management contracts. I'm not getting upset. I'm not getting upset, but it pisses me off when I'm trying to find waste management contracts and I'm seeing contracts in transportation. So the filters of SAM search, you don't have that problem. If I see our transportation contracts, or at least contracts that are related to the industry, because SAM search uses AI to search for the contracts. Oh, the screen is blank. Let me do something about that. I'm so sorry about that. I can't see. You're not sharing. Okay, okay, okay. Wow. We can't see anything. I can't see your screen. I can't see your screen. I'm just seeing this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go back to it. Okay. My apologies. I can see that now. You can see the screen. I'm back very quickly. I love SAM search for this reason. If I grab the same keyword that I threw into SAM.gov, freight services, into SAM search, look at what I have right now. I shipping, logistics, and freight services. First of all, the user interface is very clear. I can see that this contract posted 7 days ago, and I can see that it's due in the next 24 days. I can also see that this contract has a period of performance of 5 years, and the value is not going to exceed 250K. All this information has come to me at a glance, And I was explaining before I noticed that I was disconnected or you couldn't see my screen. I was explaining that I do not like typing in waste management into my search bar, and I'm seeing contract transportation, and I'm seeing contracts in logistics. It doesn't keep me aware of how many contracts are actually within my industry. Okay, you can see now. You can see now. We can see now. Great, great, great. The other thing that I want to show you very briefly is when it comes to using SAM search, like I said, all the information comes to you at a glance. And the team at SAM Search were kind enough to actually give us a discount. The discount code gives you 25% off the first 3 months with the discount code Godwin25. So if you find any value in this tool, you can use Godwin25 to get 25% off the first 3 months. But check this out. When you go into search, okay, this is not a good example. Let me get a good example. Construction dumps intentional source. So this is not, there's no money behind this, but I wanted to show you a feature with SAM search. What they have here is, okay, this is also not a good example again. One of the problems I discovered is that many people find the attachments on a solicitation to be kind of overwhelming. SAM search allows you to summarize each attachment even before downloading it to your computer. If you go into my computer right now, I'm going to see thousands of downloaded attachments from different contracts. But SAM search allows you to have a quick summary on what is attached in that contract. Let's see, in this solicitation, or rather this attachment, it says the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Food, Health, and Inspection is seeking qualified contractors to provide hazard to support FSIS lab operations. Okay, cool. You can see the attachment or you can see the summary. Now, what I want to do here is I want to go on to the subcontractor part. So I'm going to download a few of the attachments here that would help ChatGPT to have some context on what we are doing. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab these contracts like this, 1, 2. I'm going to say here is find potential subcontractors for this job, and they must be located within 60 miles of the location. Let's see how this goes. One of the attachments is still uploading. So once that's done, I am going to move this into action. But what we've seen here is number one, we've used ChatGPT to generate industry search terms that would allow us to search on SAM.gov with a bit more ease. Because SAM.gov best filters. And I don't want to sound like I'm bashing. As you can see, the website is functional. You click on the buttons, they work. It's not like it doesn't work. However, when it comes to being optimized with the filters. So this is why they have created an opportunity for a lot of companies to be able to come in and create a solution to that problem. Okay, I can see that there's still people following here. So we can see that this uh, contract potential search terms. No, okay, so it's completely confused on what I want. I'm going to open a new chat. I'm going to copy this. And let's now attach these documents again. Okay, so now the documents are attached. Let's see what happens. We're looking for companies that can do this job. Now, what we're seeing here is that the the contract work sites for hazardous waste removal projects are so it found two locations. To find potential subcontractors, I'll search for small hazardous waste removal companies located within a 60-mile radius of the two locations. Which site would you like me to prioritize first? Okay, let's start with the Missouri site. Prioritize Missouri first. And by the way, guys, this is a paid ChatGPT plan. So we're using ChatGPT 4.0. Now, what this has done is it's given me about five companies and it's giving me recommended next steps. Now, let me show you something that I do. Some people don't do it, but I like to create or present the information. Me the email, phone, and name of the company with your URL. So these are a few of the things that you want to have in a tabular form. And as you can see, you have a prospect list. You can now begin to search the websites. You can begin to find out, okay, is this company aligned? You can begin to make calls, look for contact information. You have phone numbers here that you can maybe or maybe not rely on. You want to double check with the websites. You want to fill out web forms, and you want to be on your A game when it comes to finding the subcontractor that's going to help you get a quote. Okay. So with that, I want you to throw a if you were able to pick up something from this live that you think you'll be able to use, something of value, just throw an A in the chat. If there's something that you want me to give you a little bit more explanation on, just let me know in the chat as well. I'm going to stop share here. I would like to take some questions from the chat if anybody has one. All right. Can you see my screen, everyone? Okay. We're back on. Now, just one last thing that I want to do right now for everybody who actually attended this live. I'm going to be giving out a special offer. I'm not going to be making announcements anywhere else. From now till 12 till 12 midnight, the inner circle is going to be on a discount of $149 a month as opposed to the regular $197 a month. I'm not making any announcement anywhere else. These are for the people who are able to stay on to the live till the end. This is the only time that I do this. So I'm going to be dropping that link right now in the chat. for anybody who has been considering going into the inner circle, but maybe 197 was a little bit too much. This is going to be the only time that you're going to receive any sort of discount because it's not usual that we do this, but for the people who come onto the live and stay till the end, there's always going to be something for you. So I'm going to throw the link on many occasions into the chat. You can save it. This deal is only available till 12 midnight. This is only available till 12 midnight. Now, by the way, I don't know if Coach Olu is still in the house, but one thing that I want to do is I want to talk to other people who are currently bidding on contracts, and I want to know what your strategy is. Are you using artificial intelligence tools? Are you not? And by the way, for anybody who is wondering, what do I get in the inner circle if I happen to join? Well, I'm going to show you. The inner circle is for people who are currently bidding on government contracts. This is not for tire kickers. If you're still considering turning in your first bid, then this is not for you. What makes this community very different is the classroom section, first of all. We have a plethora of tools and strategies that you can begin to use today, from project management to keyword generation to breaking down federal contracts to finding subcontractors, writing proposals with prompts, and writing proposals with the AI GovCon proposal builder. You get immediate access to all of this. Access to the negotiation GPT for anybody who wants to negotiate their contracts. Then the best part is that we have calls every single Wednesday where we discuss our business, we discuss strategies, we discuss wins, losses, we come together and we help each other. So this is what you get in the inner circle. It's government contracting as a community. And like I said, it's only available, this deal is only available till 12 midnight, and you can take advantage of it at any time. But yes, I would like to see some comments in the chat. I would like to know if there's anything on the mind that you wanted to talk about right before we round off. The community is fire. Yes, Mr. Reynolds has been with us for a while and has been sharing some success. I don't know if you would like to share. If you feel like it, you can. I know that yours wasn't necessarily AI related, but you were able to snag a subcontracting position. So you can let them know in the chat. But please join our inner circle. This deal is available until midnight. I have one honorable mention in terms of a community member who won a contract the other week, and I'm going to take some time to give her some credit. This is for Nancy. So Nancy here won a contract, actually won two contracts in her first try. For anybody who hasn't seen this, what Nancy was able to do was she used AI, she wrote the proposal, she turned them in, she won the contract, and her subcontractor was asking for some money up front, asking for some money up front. So we got on a call together. We started looking for other subcontractors, trying to negotiate a different deal. And then she gets a call from the contracting officer who was willing to fund the contract, pay for the contract upfront before the work even started. Look, I'm never going to go out and say, there's a technique that she used to get that to happen. It doesn't happen very regularly, but I think it's a testament to effort. The fact that she was able to put something together and submit was what gave her the opportunity in the first place. So I really recommend that you start taking many more shots. Take many more shots because you don't know what will go in, what will win. In the inner circle, we have outlined methods. I only give you straight up tools. So today, the inner circle up until midnight is going to be $197. I highly recommend that if you want to find a way to bid on government contracts without getting burnt out, here's the link for you. Okay, I see a question here. Let me attack this. It says with regards to bidding, is the AIVA better than me buying the ebook? Now, when you say the ebook, are you talking about my ebook, Government Contracting Without Tears? And when you talk about the AIVA, are you referring to like the trained T or the trained GPT that is able to break down contracts and write proposals? Yes. Okay, here's what I'll tell you. The trained GPT will give you so much more value, right? It will give you so much more value. The ebook is going to give you a high level perspective. It's going to give you a few prompts to help you break down contract. It's going to give you prompts to help you write proposals. But the GPT kind of does this automatically. And now that you mentioned it, I'm actually going to do something here. I'm going to show you what the GPT does. And maybe you've seen a video, but this is the GPT here. It's called the AI GovCon Proposal Builder. So once you click on it, your interface changes. You have this AI GovCon Proposal Builder. Now, we do have those attachments. So all you have to do is throw in the attachments and type in break this down. And what happens is that the AI GovCon Proposal Builder breaks down the solicitation in a specific way. Okay, you bought the ebook last week. No worries, Barry. Listen, I wouldn't say that buying the ebook makes it's not useless. But if we were to compare like on a scale, what you have here is literally giving you the results right there. You have the solicitation summary. It always breaks it down like this. It starts with the solicitation summary, an SOW summary, and a submission instruction, even giving you the required documents like this. So it's requiring a technical proposal, a pricing proposal, past performance documentation, and certification. So that's the value of the proposal builder, but we only give that in the inner circle. I hope that kind of answers your question. I would say that the value on the proposal builder is way more. It's very powerful. But Barry, you said you bought the book last week. Have you been able to use it to like what how did you find it? Have you been able to just skim through the material? Did you find it useful? I'm actually interested to know. All gloves off. Yeah, while you let me know, again, the inner circle is available. Very useful. Good, good, good. I think if you found that very useful, then the AI GovCon proposal builder would even be better. And we have other tools that you can immediately begin to take advantage of. The AI GovCon, yes, Kingsley. Kingsley is a member of our inner circle. He has been using the AI GovCon proposal builder. He has contract wins under his belt, so you can take it from this man. Guys, we're at 1 hour of our time. I just want you to give me the last AI in the chat. If you enjoyed this session, if you got value from this session, just throw the final AI in the chat. You can give me two AIs, you can give me three AIs, but we've spent 1 hour together dissecting three major parts using ChatGPT to generate industry keywords to facilitate our search on SAM.gov, or we could use SAM search. The second thing that we've done is we've learned how to break down a solicitation. And the third thing, we found subcontractors. So if you've gotten any value from this particular session, just throw an AI in the chat. I see you, Virginia. Virginia gave me 2 AIs. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Barry, AI. Oh, she gave me 3 AIs. Okay, okay, okay. Ernie, AI rocks. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. AI. I've been watching some videos on AI VA, and I'm excited about to buy. Oh, perfect. Hey, Barry, when you join the inner circle, we can book an onboarding call. I'm going to go through everything. Wow, Kingsley coming in with those 3 AI. David, AI. Wow, 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 wow. Daryl, I see you. I see you. Guys, with that being said, I've kept the promotion for the inner circle open till midnight. It's $149 a month. There's no contract. Come in, learn the skill, take it, and advance your business. But with that being said, guys, have a fantastic night. Honey, I see you. AI, AI. I'm loving this. I'm swimming in this AI. AI, AI. Have a fantastic night, guys.